Hi guys, this is Emma, and in today's podcast, we're talking about one of those moments where everything suddenly depends on how fast help shows up your car breaking down. It's stressful, it's inconvenient, and somehow it still feels more chaotic than it should. Joining me for this is Sanjeev, CEO at Biz4Group. Sanjeev, good to have you here.
Thanks, Emma. Yeah, this is one of those situations where people remember the experience very clearly, and not in a good way.
Exactly. So what's the core problem here? Because it feels like something that should be solved by now.
The biggest issue is that everything starts from scratch every time. You call for help, you explain what happened, you wait to get routed, and then you wait again for someone to show up. And during that whole time, there's very little clarity about what's actually happening.
Yeah, that waiting without knowing part is probably the worst.
Exactly. You don't know how long it'll take, whether the right kind of help is coming, or if you'll need to explain everything again when someone arrives. So even if help is technically on the way, the experience still feels uncertain.
Can you give me a real scenario where this breaks down?
Yeah. Imagine your car won't start. It could be a dead battery, it could be something more serious, but you don't know. You call for assistance, and the system just logs it as a generic issue. Someone gets dispatched, but maybe they're not equipped for that specific problem. So either they try something basic and it doesn't work, or you end up needing a second visit. That's where time gets lost.
So it's not just about speed, it's about sending the right help the first time.
Exactly. And that's where things start improving with AI. Instead of just logging a request, the system tries to understand the situation up front, your location, vehicle type, symptoms of the issue. It asks a few targeted questions and builds context quickly.
So it's not treating every breakdown the same way.
Right. And based on that, it can decide what kind of assistance makes sense. So you're not just getting the nearest help, you're getting help that's more likely to actually resolve the issue.
That alone probably cuts down a lot of back and forth.
It does. And in some cases, it can even guide you through simple steps right away. Like if it detects something that might be a minor issue, it can walk you through a quick check or fix while help is still on the way.
That's interesting. So you're not just waiting passively anymore?
Exactly. The experience becomes more interactive. And along the way, you're getting updates, where the help is, how long it'll take, so you're not just sitting there guessing.
Yeah, that alone would make it feel a lot less stressful. Sanjeev, this feels like one of those everyday problems where even small improvements would go a long way.
That's usually the case with things like this.
And to everyone listening, if roadside assistance has ever left you stuck and unsure, maybe the experience itself just hasn't caught up yet. See you next time with an equally amazing conversation on the latest technology.